the disrespect segment.
Uh-oh.
Listen, I ain't other podcasters, content creators. I'm not going to call you names. I'm just going to point some things out. And in this edition of the disrespect segment, I want to welcome you to the Romper Room.
The what?
The Romper Room. The Romper Room is a place where you can sit on your high horse, be hypocritical, wear rompers as a tall man, and nobody don't say nothing.
Oh, damn.
But then want to be taken as an authority on ethics and professionalism.
Oh, damn.
Welcome to the Romper Room.
The Romper Room. Mm-hmm.
I will, you know what? Doc, I'll let you go first. Tell me, what do you think about Cam's comments when it comes to the BCU Grambling State brawl?
Well,
Which doc?
me.
That doc?
I'm sorry.
Doc?
I'm
Okay,
sorry,
go
Doc
ahead.
Holiday. My bad, my bad.
Tonight, bro, you got
My bad, my bad.
No. Go ahead. Because I've already violated my.
She already violated that, man.
I'm violated.
So I say this about what Cam Newton said. First and foremost, my guy, you the one who assaulted a damn mascot on national TV in Legion Field. In fact, my friend's mascot. Why you hit him like that? Why you had to slap him like that?
I told y'all that week they should have jumped his ass.
So I was actually at the event, and so we of course this happened on the field. They got us, in a whole area. I didn't even know what was happening. Like we were just like, okay, are they playing? And then it just looked really serious. And I was, because at the end of the day, and of course, now I'm gonna be honest, to see people that are so up in arms now, but y'all was sharing and liking the picture a couple weeks ago, like, okay, he's already disrespected us, but that's there. But at the end of that was a student in the suit who was just playing.
Yeah.
And so he assaulted them. So, I haven't been feeling him since then. Of course, they had to make it right. But no, I hadn't been feeling him since then. So to see him cross the line again, I mean, this is pattern behavior at this point.
Yeah, so when you think about it, you talking about that was a fire, like what Coach Joseph said was a fireable offense. If you did not take it into context of what he meant by beating disrespect with disrespect, is basically I'm going to disrespect you on my team is going to disrespect you on the field. It don't, we're not going to, I don't think he wanted to condone the fight and everything, but his whole take was, if you disrespect me and my players in this university with what y'all doing, then we gonna disrespect y'all on this field right here. So that's my take. That's my opinion. I'd stick with it. If y'all don't like it, oh well. But at the end of the day, you don't give a man a hot mic once he, when he's riled up and mad and upset. Y'all should have just let that man cool off, and then he probably would have had a better comment to say about that, because not only does even though they won the game, but he losing 18 players for the next game, and maybe two or maybe one or two that's not even gonna play in the Bayou Classic. So, to me, I mean, for what Cam had to say about it, is like, dude, you the last person to talk about ethics. You the last person to talk about what is ethical.
I got one.
It's my turn.
Oh,
sorry. I'm sorry, Dr. Hall. Go
Because
ahead. Go ahead.
I just want, y'all don't remember Cam fighting 4 coaches at a nonprofit event in
You
front
know
of
what, Doc?
12-year-olds?
I got you. I got
He
you right
beat
here.
up 6 people and never lost his
In
hat.
front
But
of 12-year-olds.
in front of children. But a man that got kicked out of 2 schools can't tell me nothing. I don't give a fuck what that man got to say.
I got y'all.
You hit a 20-year-old on TV because you was mad at 9 o'clock in the morning.
All the facts. As you can see in this video, Cam Newton is getting jumped by 2 guys, and then here's another guy who comes up and tries to sucker punch him. Never is it okay to take and jump somebody. I don't know.
And in one of those post-event interviews, maybe not word for word, bar for bar, but I do believe he said something along the lines of disrespect will be met.
He did.
With
He did.
He did.
bar for bar, line for line.
Cameron Newton, go find something else to do.
Ooh, I just want people to understand that sometimes it's okay to be quiet.
It is.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay to scroll. It's okay to keep going. It's okay to be quiet.
And it's also okay to be self-aware. Like if you know this footage is out of, out for you, then, it's certain things I won't speak on, like if it's, people talking about you don't need to, cuss at football games, I'm gonna be quiet because that's what I do.
Exactly.
And it's probably footage of me cussing. So that's why I was like, let me just hush for somebody to roll the bean footage. So, this.
The footage.
But
it's real footage.
Like I said, when Coach Joseph said, you would not disrespect me because we're gonna meet disrespect with disrespect. He did it out on the field. And remember, the fight was at halftime. After halftime, after the World Fame got back into the stands. I tell people, my niece was at the game, and she was like, she called me, and this is the only time I tell people about my government name. She's like, Uncle David, man, them folks ghetto. She wasn't saying about just her school, but she was talking about Bethune-Cookman. But she was like, she said they should have never waited. If you waiting on for them to come down that hill and you meet up with your team, then hurry up and get with your team. Cause like I said, if you ever been to Grambling, if we ever been to Grambling, you ever seen where that field house is? It sits on top of the hill. They only got one way in and one way out down that little old hill. So in the hill, once the entrance come in, it leads to Grambling sideline. So get your ass down that hill, get to your sideline. Let's play some football.
That's because
And the game
everything he's
did.
done hasn't worked because he didn't come into the space with good intentions. And when I saw the interview of him talking about HBCU sports and what he wanted to do, it was very much, I am Cam Newton and you are not. So I was already kind of, this ain't going to end too well with him being over here in the first place. And I was right.
Go ahead, Doc.
I want people to acknowledge the fact the game this did happen at halftime. And the game was allowed to go on and did conclude. And on the same Saturday, there were other altercations of what you may call them taking place right down the street.
It was ghetto ass people from Texas.
I'm not going to say that it's ghetto. I'm going to say that I will allow grace for some 20-something-year-olds, student athletes, before I allow grace to some AARP clowns that were making worse mistakes in their 40s.
Ooh, a lot for the people in the back.
At the end of the day, these are 20-year-olds. These are students. They are student athletes. They're not going to be perfect. Things are going to happen, and this is not. And I'm not going to say it's a common occurrence, but it happens every season, multiple times.
Yep.
And I don't think that is an overall stretching reflection of our institution. So quit making it as such.
Yep.
And the people that are, especially them two clowns in their pick-me mode who are trying to stay employed. Well, I know one in particular really needs to stay employed to catch up on his back child support and the fact that he's homeless because all of his properties have been foreclosed upon.
Oh, shit.
Say the Ibis name. Don't do that. Say the Ibis name.
Clint Portis.
I had Cam Newton got like 12 kids too, and he behind on child support. So that could be both of them.
But trying to be role models.
That could absolutely be both of them. So.
I grant grace to student athletes that make mistakes. And I'm not here to defend violence and high tempers and sport. I've been around sports my entire life. I cannot count how many altercations that I have seen. And that's what I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it an altercation. It is what it is. But that's not a reflection of just I get just as upset about when you characterize these altercations that happen at HBCUs as I do when you start talking about mold like they don't exist in any building that was built in the 1900s. Please stop playing with me. I don't like what people are trying to say about our wonderful institutions based on this particular event. I'm very triggered by you talking about games when you lost a job playing games.
I got something to say. Hold on. I got something to say. So
Troy has his hand up.
Oh, my bad, Troy.
Troy, do you have something you would like to say?
As an alum of the great
cash out
Florida State University, I have sat in the stands of Ibis and Florida State games and bootskins and Florida State games. And because they thought it was going to be okay to stomp on the Seminole in the middle of the stadium, yeah, it got down. Ain't nobody say nothing. All they said was, we got to be better. And that was the end of it. There was no dissertations on the validity of the university or how the coach is as a professional. Bobby Bowden never had to issue a statement with his head down in media day. None of that ever happened. We whooped some ass, we played some football, and took the victory. That's it.
No, but you also have to think about how racism plays into who gets to express, who gets to show full range, who gets to show full expression and range of emotions, and who doesn't.